This isn't going to be a forever decision. I'm not going to be on steroids at 35 years old. I'll probably stop at 29, 30. So I've got about 5 years left.
I'm sure many people are familiar with Bostin Loyd. He was abusing PEDs at a young age. 29 years old, he's no longer with us. 29. Coach Greg and I just finished watching Brandon Harding's video. It's titled, Greg Doucette Was Wrong. And I'm thinking, well, let's see what this is about. So I made a video saying that using insulin was extremely dangerous. To go to the dark side, it's not good, that you shouldn't do it. I discouraged its use, said Brandon shouldn't use insulin. I also said the results are very often overrated. People expect it to make you a pro, but it's not that good.
I do remember the vibe that came from the video, and it was that adding insulin would be the most stupid thing I've ever done.
And so Brandon responded, made a video. It says, nope, he's wrong. Greg got it wrong. And why? Because he's used it for, getting on a month, and he's put on 8 pounds of muscle. 8 pounds of muscle, it's not water outside the muscle, it's on the muscle. It didn't make him look sloppy, and his strength had skyrocketed. Does that mean I'm wrong? Does that take away from the fact that it can be dangerous, that it's not safe? There was a person that died today. His name is Bostin Loyd, 29 years of age. Extremely sad, extremely disappointed to see this happening to so many bodybuilders. Antoine Vaillant, his heart, it's not looking good. He should probably retire from bodybuilding. He's 34 years of age. Brandon's about 25. And so just because he's used it for a month safely with no bad side effects, does that mean it's not dangerous?
In the past 4 weeks, I very quickly went from an average weight in the morning of 242 pounds in the morning to 250, 251. So I've gained about, in total, I'm holding about 8 pounds extra of weight.
And I feel it's a little irresponsible to glorify it to this extent, because you got to think a lot of young people are following Brandon, and they're going to hear Brandon say, I used insulin and I gained 8 pounds of muscle in a month. If I was a kid, I'd be like, wow, I can just buy that over the counter. I'm going for 8 pounds of muscle in a month. It's not natural, it's not safe. And I've also stated if it was that great, that amazing, everyone would be doing it. Everyone would be using it. So during my interview with Jay Cutler, 2.5 hours, we brought up insulin, we discussed it. He admitted it, he had used it earlier in his career.
I toyed with insulin. I toyed with insulin from...
However, wasn't that great? And then we hired his second coach, never used it. Never felt it was necessary.
I absolutely stopped in 2004. I never used it again after that. In fact,
This is a 4-time Mr. Olympia champion.
I started working with Hani Rambod in end of 2008, and I remember he was absolutely against it.
You can listen to me, Jay Cutler, or, of course, you can listen to Brandon Harding.
I wasn't expecting it to be this crazy, but it definitely has been. All in all, yes, Greg is right 99.999% of the time. But, I'm not even going to say he's wrong. Some people this might not have worked for. He might have not had good experience himself with it in the past.
You think it's safe, it's not dangerous because he's using a slow-release insulin, 20 IUs every morning, and it packed on 8 pounds of solid muscle in a month? It's your body, your choice.
I'm not about to sit here and say that it's magic or it's the secret, and I would definitely go as far to say as if you are considering using this because of watching this video, I would say you're quite a stupid individual and you should probably start watching my videos because you might be influenced by something I do.
And in the video, Brandon says, you'd be an idiot if you listened to my advice, if you followed my advice, but he's saying he put on 8 pounds of muscle in a month, and it's not really that dangerous.
I've actually experienced no side effects whatsoever. It's actually crazy how little side effects I have felt, and I think that's specifically based on the type of insulin that I'm using.
It's very dangerous, and I highly discourage you from taking it.
This is the dark arts of bodybuilding. It is very, very dangerous if you overdose. It's very, very dangerous if you mess up. If you don't eat carbs, you can very easily go into a hypo.
And do I actually think it's 8 pounds of muscle? Well, it's not fat, it's not water outside the muscle, so sure, it's 8 pounds of lean tissue, it's quality muscle. I made the mistake of saying on the internet, I put on 4 pounds of muscle using Turkesterone in a month, a natural supplement. People lost their mind. 4 pounds of muscle couldn't have been. Well, let's call it something different. It's 4 pounds of quality tissue that's not fat or exogenous water outside of the muscle. 4 pounds of quality tissue that made him look better and feel stronger. Turkesterone is not as strong as insulin. It's not. But how am I a bad guy for promoting that when it could be preventing people from taking insulin? Remember Marine? He got off of testosterone, went natural, did a PCT, wrote me in private. I said, you know, I would add in some turkesterone to that. That could help prevent all that muscle loss that's going to occur when you go natural. You know, it's not going to boost your testosterone levels, but it's going to help you feel better when you train, keep some more strength, keep some more size while you go off. How is that bad in comparison to promoting insulin? Imagine if I made a video and said, hey, Coach Greg here, and I'm on insulin now, and I packed on 8 pounds of muscle, all in the muscle, in a month.
All of that mass is literally inside my muscles, hydrating my muscles, enabling me to push harder in the gym, and every single lift has gone through the roof.
And I don't think it's that dangerous. Pretty safe. I had no bad side effects. What would people say? The funny thing is they probably would criticize me less than promoting my honest opinion of turkesterone. And so an analogy for you, Brandon Harding saying insulin isn't dangerous because he used it for a month and it's safe would be kind of like saying I've had unprotected sex for the last month. I never got an STD. I never got anyone pregnant. It's safe. Keep doing that for another 6 months. Think you won't get someone pregnant? Think you won't eventually pick up an STD? So you can't decide it's safe. You've been using it for a month. I'm sure many people are familiar with Bostin Loyd. He was abusing PEDs at a young age. 29 years old, he's no longer with us. 29.
This isn't going to be a forever decision. I'm not going to be on steroids at 35 years old. I'll probably stop at 29, 30. So I've got about 5 years left.
Brandon, you're only 25 years of age. You're young. You can make dumb decisions when you're young. Hopefully it works out for you in the future and you don't end up in the grave at under 30 years of age.
I'm pretty sure Greg said something about it won't make you stronger, it won't like do this like crazy things, and I'm like literally inclined dumbbell pressed. I think it was like 70 kilos or 69 kilograms for 8 reps.
And did I actually say that it can't make you stronger? No, I just said it's not the miracle that people are looking for. I said it's not as good as people think. I said I've used it in the past. I experimented with it. Never did anything amazing for me. Never said you can't put on a couple pounds. Never said it can't work a little bit. But it's not the holy grail. It's not amazing. And perhaps Brandon is a hyper responder to insulin. Perhaps for him, it helped put on 8 pounds. Other people, 8 pounds of sloppiness, of fat water. Don't know.
It's pretty crazy. And I'm sorry that this might be selling it to you. It's not my intention. I'm literally just talking about my experience in this.
So if you watched Brandon's video and you're excited about it and you're thinking about using insulin because you think it's pretty safe and 8 pounds of muscle in a month, that's amazing. Think again. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IP Pro. Please check out one of the bloops over here. Also, the harder than last time supplements, including turkesterone. And guess what else? The Seco bar. I had 2 on the plane ride here to the Dominican. Absolutely amazing. They're selling like crazy. Please go and get that. Subscribe and click the bell button. Comment for the algorithm. And until next time, I am out.